it's kind of interesting. QB Unplugged, Quincy Avery and Deshaun Watson talked about the wide receiver market kind of blowing up.
CD, you know what I'm saying? CD's gonna get his deal done. It's gonna be tough though because the Cincinnati Bengals owner cheap than a bitch. Like he
For
out
real.
here, man. He penny pinching on a new level.
And you got to pay Henderson. Henderson want to get paid
Henderson
at
said,
the
"Just
end.
trade me." He said, "Just trade me, man. Y'all ain't about to give me my money. Go ahead, just trade your boy." They got to worry about Henderson. They got to figure out T Higgins because we know T's agent. You know how they get
You
down.
know that. You
David out
know
here like
that.
death row. He out here like death row. You know how they get down. Cause he gonna try and get his whole bag. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
So and then so Brandon Ayuk, T Higgins is kind of the situation I want to see. Because T Higgins might not be the number one there, but T Higgins is a number. To me, he's a number one receiver. Like watching him
Somewhere.
play, the things he does. If Cincinnati ain't gonna give him the bag, somebody will. And you can't franchise him 2 times.
So, Max, T. Higgins has the same agent as Deshaun Watson. That's why they were saying that they know they're trying to get him paid like a number one. That's a franchise that historically does not pay well. And now you've got Chase, Higgins, Hendrickson rather, among others, in addition to Burrows. I mean, and they bring up Brandon Ayuk. Apparently, the initial contract offer for Ayuk, reports were today, $26.5 million, which doesn't get near. That's middle of the road for I don't think that's even in top 10 at this point.
Yeah, it's very close to being in the top 10. I think it might be just inside the top 10, but yeah, you're right. I mean, these are elite receivers that are looking to reset the market, every single one of them. I don't know if anyone's going to touch a $35 million a year from Justin Jefferson. We'll see what CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase can do. But yeah, it's an exploding market right now. And like I said before, I mean, it is the second most valuable position in the NFL behind quarterback. And they're getting paid like it now. Now the highest paid non-quarterbacks are starting to be wide receivers. So it's going to be, like I said, Cincinnati's in a very, very tricky spot right now because you have two guys, and I agree with them, that might be number one receivers in the NFL. Jamar Chase for sure. T. Higgins is certainly up there as a top 25-ish receiver in the NFL too. Two guys that you would love to have, but you got to pay both of them now. And you already paid your quarterback. You got Trey Hendrickson got a deal as well. It's going to be interesting to see another. Again, Jamar Chase will be Cincinnati Bengal. He's not going to leave there. But T. Higgins is the really interesting one, and we'll see if whether or not they're willing to pay, maybe $30 million a year for T. Higgins. I don't think they will be, and they're probably going to let him walk in free agency. And I'm sure someone else will be willing to pay $25+ million a year for T. Higgins, and he might go somewhere else after this upcoming season. So this might be the last year we see T. Higgins in a Bengals uniform, in my opinion.